and somehow I lost on the first day. The first time I tried to play this game, very confusing. I don't really know why I lost. I think maybe I just ran out of money. Hi, welcome to the podcast. I'm Joycelyn, your player one, and today in the house we've got the final boss by Cakestorm. It is a simulation puzzle game, and the premise of the game is managing an evil empire is hard work, partially since damned adventurers keep coming along and breaking things. Can you manage the administrative hell that is this company and balance the books and your sanity, or will you forever be remembered amongst the lost souls crying behind their desks? And hey, if it's too much, you can always just doodle on your desk instead. There's no content warnings for the game, and it's free, available on itch.io for browser. I played the game for about 5 to 10 minutes. It's not like very easy, but it's pretty simple. Left click to pick up the stamp or the pen. If you sign the papers, you approve it, and if you stamp the papers with the red X, you decline. And hold down left click while holding the pen or the stamp to use it. Right click to drop something. Oh, did I sort of hold down left click and then right click to drop? Left click and drag to move the papers around. You also left click and hold it to draw with the pen, so you can sign your papers. It's a lot like Papers, Please, if you've ever seen that game where you're checking passports. And somehow I lost on the first day. The first time I tried to play this game, very confusing. I don't really know why I lost. I think maybe I just ran out of money somehow, but that's really like I don't even know how I did that. I think the 8-bit visuals are good. They're very cool. I like them, and like the pen drawing graphics are also very interesting. I feel like those were pretty cool. Like the visuals and stuff were pretty good. I liked the music, but the pin, like, it kind of sounded like an airbrush for some reason. I don't know if that was intentional. It's pretty weird to me because it's not an airbrush, it was a pen. But I mean, I guess to each their own. There's not really that much of a story. You just sign and stamp the papers, but if you read them and you try and pay attention to what each one says, you can kind of get a bit of a story. But since they repeat and they don't really change throughout the game, there's no like story progression based on your actions, which I kind of dislike about this game, because like I feel like if this game was bigger, there is a lot of room for a storyline, because there's a princess apparently, and there's adventurers trying to get into this castle, and the princess is like needing things, and the guards need things, and the workers need things, and I feel like there could be a lot of story progression in this type of game, and it's kind of wasted on this like unfinished almost version of it. But I still enjoyed playing it. My favorite part was probably just the simple mechanics and like the idea behind this game. I thought it was really good. I would love to see it fleshed out more. Maybe if Cakestorm has time to put a little bit more work into this game, I think it could be really good. My least favorite part was that you can't really see how all of the things affect you, because at the end of each day it shows you a report of like what you did, but I wish you could see throughout the day like what each paper is affecting, because there's the wall security, there's the princess's like how she thinks, there's the citizens or like the workers and stuff, and then there's like your money and things like that, and like it, everything needs to be good for you to keep playing the game or else you'll lose, but there's no way to tell what will affect what, really, unless you read every single paper. And I think that I thought because there was a timer in the corner of the screen that you needed to, like, you needed to do it quickly, kind of like Papers, Please. Like, you're supposed to be doing it as many as you can in one day. So I figured it's probably the same thing for this game, but apparently not. So that kind of confused me. And then also, like, I don't know if this is intentional, but like sometimes the papers didn't come from the top of the stack. Like the papers that were coming in, there's a stack of them, and you would drag one out, but it wouldn't be the one that was on top. And I don't know if that's a glitch or not. I don't know if that's intentional, but I didn't like that. It was random every time, and like sometimes the paper on the top was one of the ones that I needed to make sure the day went well, and I couldn't get it because it just wouldn't give it to me, which was upsetting. But despite this, I do recommend the game if you have like some time to kill. It could be pretty fun for a little bit, like as long as you get the hang of it. But it does get kind of boring after a while, or if you just keep dying or like losing the game, it does get a little bit boring because it's pretty repetitive because none of the papers like change that much. So my final rating for the final boss by Cakestorm is a 7 out of 10 tokens. Congratulations, Cakestorm. Thank you guys for joining me on this episode of Indie House. Be sure to rate the episode and let me know your thoughts. I've got a Discord server called the Indie House Official, which would be a great place to give you feedback and talk to me, my collaborators, or other listeners of the show. If you have any indie game suggestions, feel free to comment below or hit me up at indiehouse_pod on Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag IndieHouseGaming. If you would like some cool extra content and you want to support the podcast, you can find the Patreon in the card. I said that backwards. Catch us next week on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. See y'all on the next level. Bye!